Hello and welcome to Animated SQL. In this episode, we're going to talk about SQL as a domain-specific language. This means that it's a language that is specifically built for a particular domain. Let me give you an example. If we consider the domain dog training, then a language for this domain looks something like this. The name of a dog followed by a command. So if we have a dog named Max, and we want Max to sit, we would say Max, sit. And by chaining this language together, we can form a complex set of actions. The important thing here to remember is that a domain-specific language is the most efficient way to communicate with a domain. The SQL language is also a domain-specific language, and it was built for the Relational Database Management System domain. Now, this might sound complicated, but it's really not. A database is simply anything that collects and organizes data. In an article from BBC News from 2024, describes an IT outage that forced an airline company to use a paper passenger list to issue a handwritten paper boarding pass. I want us to think about the information that was stored on the paper passenger list. It must have contained some information about flights and some information about passengers. We can imagine that a passenger walks into the airport and the passenger list is used to check, for example, for the passport number. Once the passport number is validated, then the airline staff can simply see if that particular passenger is actually assigned to a particular flight. Notice here that we have a duplicated piece of information, the passenger ID, that is present both in the flight information and the passenger information. This can be used to actually cross-reference the passenger and the flight information and allows the airline staff to issue the handwritten boarding pass because it contains information from both the flight and the passenger information list. Now, you might be wondering why we would store data this way. Well, first we have to realize that the passenger ID forms a relationship between two distinct pieces of information. And this is useful because this is the most space-efficient manner in which we can store information, right? So when we are talking about digital system, when we leave the paper behind and we think about a digital system, we must store information as efficiently as possible. And as humans, we might be considering this a bad decision, but computers actually have no problem in cross-referencing this type of information almost instantly. Right. And this is where the term relationship database management system comes from. It consists of pieces of information that are related together. Thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing. Bye-bye.